Okay. So we are using this if conditions in any decision making. How we are validating this decision is we are giving some Boolean conditions. If you are able to see my screen, so here we are giving any condition. If the condition is true, then we go for a particular block of code that has to be executed. Whereas if condition is failed, then it terminates the execution. It stops the execution there itself. Here, in this condition, we may use any operators, conditional operators like less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, such conditions we are having, right? Let me show you. We are have one second. Yeah, look at my screen. We are having some conditions, right? Less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, greater than or equal to, and not equal to. And by using these statements, we can validate the conditions. And for example, if we are having a block of code that has to be executed, if the statement is true, then we go for if condition. In if condition, the basic syntax is we use a keyword as if. After that, following with an braces in which we are passing the expression or the condition. Condition means whatever the statement we have to validate, if it is greater than or equal to, and if it is less than or equal to, whatever the condition we are going to validate, we are giving in this braces, and then follows the block of code that has to be executed. If the condition given in this braces is true, then we are going to execute the block of code that is written here. And if the statement is not true, then it terminates the execution there, then and there itself. Let me write a simple program for that and let you know how it works. For giving any condition, we have to assign a value prior going to the condition. Here I'm going to initialize and assign a value in X and Y variables. Let me do that. I'm using X is equal to somehow 10 or 15. And I'm also assigning a value for Y. Int Y is equal
Hello.
to, yeah, any doubt? Is someone asking something? Okay, let me proceed. Uh, for doing any condition statements, we are using if keyword, and in braces we are going to give the conditions. Here for giving condition, first we have to assign a value for the variables that we are using in this condition. For that, I have taken int X is equal to 10 and int X is equal to Y is equal to 5. And I'm using a if keyword, and in this braces I'm going to give a condition whether I have to check whether that condition is true or false. Let me give X is less than 5, and I'm going to write a block of code that has to be executed. The braces is there. Yeah, this is the particular code that I want to validate. For any if conditions, we have to give an expression or condition in this braces, and based on this expression, this particular block of code is going to be executed. Okay, and for that, initially we have to assign some values to the variables, and in this X variable I have stored 10, and in this Y variable I have stored Y. and I'm giving condition as x is greater than y. Physically, we know that 10 is greater than 5 and this statement is true. So it has to execute the statement that I have given in this block of code. We can write any statements in using this system.out.println and that to be printed. And you may have any other block of codes in this if you want. Whatever the conditions given, whatever the block of code given here executes if the condition is true. And if the condition is false, then it terminates the execution then and there itself. Let me execute the program and see what's the answer is. Yeah, is that okay? As this condition is true, it has printed me this block of code. And even I may give a number of statements in that are to be executed. Let me try with this also. First of all, I've created a package, and in that package I've created a class, and in main method first I'm assigning the values for x and y in order to give the in order to have some condition. First of all we have to assign the values, and later on we are giving the conditions in if condition. This is the if is a keyword, and after that keyword we are having a braces, and in that braces we are giving the condition, and after that condition we are starting the block of code. In that block of code I have given two statements, and these statements will be executed if only the statement is true, that the condition is true in this if. And as the condition is true, now we are going to have the output as x is greater than y and hey, it's true. And these two statements will be printed. Let me execute it. And as this is the true statement, and if the statement is false, what is going to be happen? Let's see. It doesn't print any of the statements. So what we have to understand from this is if the if the condition given in this braces is true only, then it is going to execute the block of code. And if the condition is not true, then it is going to terminate the execution. Did all of you get this point? Or any doubts in this?
It is true.
If it is true, if
Output
it is
is
true, then
showing.
yeah,
It is not true. Output is not showing. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Let me come once again for this.
It's
We
not
are
not
using,
like that. Output will not come. It's like that. The curly braces code will not execute.
yeah, whatever the block code in this block will not be executed, and whatever the thing that is given outside will be executed as per requirement.
Yes.
Only this block of code is will not be executed.
Okay.
In this class, we are having only if condition, right? No other statements are there after this block of code. If we try for some other thing, it will print. Yeah, sorry. Okay, is that clear? Only it is particular only for this block, and this condition is applied till here. Whatever the execution that is there instead of this block, that will be executed as per requirement. I'm telling only for about this block of code. Instead
Yeah.
of validating any
Yes.
conditions, we use if condition. And if condition, what this basic syntax is for if condition, we are having if as a keyword. And after that keyword, we'll be having braces. And in that braces, we are going to give the condition that we are going to validate. And based on that condition, the block of code that is mentioned here will be executed. If the condition is true, then the statements that are there in that block of code will be executed. And based on that, the output will be coming. And if the condition is not true here, and it is not going to print any of the lines that are there in the particular code block of code. Is that clear? And it is not bothered about any of the kind of code that is there out of that block, this
Yeah.
block.
Yeah. Hi, Sajani. Okay. If we give two variables like now we given x greater than y, so it's
Yeah.
true and it's going inside, right? Again,
Yeah.
if we give one more like x less than y, then it comes
Yeah.
into and it won't execute the code, right?
Yeah, if x is greater than y, here
Yeah.
you can see, right? We know that, and even the Eclipse is also too smart that it knows all the things. And if x is greater than y, means 10 is greater than 5, then it is going to execute this block of code, which is written here, these two lines, these two statements. If it is not greater than, and if it is less than y, it is not going to print these statements, and whatever the rest statement are there out of this block of code, that will be executed. Are you clear with that?
Yes, Sajana. What suppose so if we give greater than or equal to, then
Greater than or equal to is also false, right? The it is not even taking that.
okay, okay.
Okay, let me try with this. Do you think that 10 is less than or equal to 5?
No, it has to show
No.
false.
Then what is the statement is going to be? Is it true or false? It will
False.
be false. Let me try with that. See, as it is a false statement, it is going to print only the statement that is outside the block of code that is written in the if condition. We are not,
Okay.
we are not, it is not executing these two statements as the statement is false. Okay, let me try with something else. Greater than or equal to. Even
Yes,
this statement is also false. It is greater than, but not equal.
is true. So
Why is not equal to, right? X is greater than y.
10 is
right? It is greater than or equal to. It's a or condition, so it is a true.
or when you gave true or false, true or
Sorry,
false.
excuse me with this.
That
I'll let you know later about this. Actually, this statement is false. Only one condition is being okay. Let
true means it
me
will
give clarity on this later. Sorry, I didn't get you.
when we give or condition or something, unconditioned means it will go false. When give or condition, it will come true only. Both are
Yeah,
wrong
any of the
means it
statement
will
is, if any of the statement
This
is true in
statement
or
is
condition,
right.
it is going to print, right?
yes,
Right. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah. And if it is an and, then it will be false. Okay, got it. Thank you.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Basically, if statement, once again, let me finish off with this if and later on we'll go for the if else. And if
Okay.
condition is used in decision making statements, if we want to have any decision, if you want to have any conditions to be validated, then we are going to use the if condition. For having this if condition, we are using if keyword, and before giving any condition here, we have to assign something values here. So I'm using x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 5. And if the statement is true, then a particular block of code till here is going to be executed. And if the statement is false, then this block of code will not be executed. That's it I'm showing here, right? If the condition is true, then it is going for the if block of code. And if the condition is false, then it is going to the other statements that are there out of the block.
Yes.
Okay, did you get that?
Yes.
Okay, let me come with if else. If else is something that if the condition given in the if statement is not true, then we are going to assign some other block of code in else also. So if okay, let me write that.
Now we can.
Okay. Okay. Let me go with this. First of all, we are using if condition. And if the condition is true, then this block of code will be executed. Then we'll be having some conditions, right? If the statement is false, also we need to have some statement that is to be printed. So we then in that situations we go for if else. In if we are executing the code if the condition is true only. And what if it is not true? Then what about the requirement that we have to print, even if it is a false also? In that situations, we are using if else. If else is something that if the condition is not executing here, then it goes for the else block of code. Did you get the point, or I made you confused?
I
Can you
You
repeat
run
it once again?
the program. Just
Okay, let me explain you once again. If is a thing that it execute the program or the block of code if the condition is only true, and if it is not true, it is not going to execute any of the block of the code. And in that conditions, if the condition is not true, then there also we should have some block of code. True, this is executing, and if the condition is not true, then in that conditions also we should have some code that is to be executed. In that conditions we are using this else is a keyword, and after this else keyword we are going to have a block of code that we have to execute if the condition given in the if statement is false. In such conditions we are using this else. In this else I have given some code, and here I'm changing the condition as if x is less than y. As the statement is false, it is not going to execute this block of code, and it immediately goes to the else statement, and in the it will execute the code that is given in the else. Let me execute the program and let you know. See, as this is false statement, this block of code is not executed, and it is going to the else statement, and it is executing the block of code that is given in the else. See, the statement is false, so I was out. It executed this.
Saujanya, a small doubt. So if we want to, if we want that need to print even if even either it's true or false, so the both the statements need to print. Then in that case, will it work? If else,
Sorry, I didn't get you. Sorry.
so suppose now x less than y is means this if statement is not executing. It's directly going to the else statement, right?
Else statement. Yes, yes.
And will print. So what I'm saying, I want a print. If statement also need to print, else statement also need to print either true or false. Then will it possible? If
Oh,
else,
how is it? First of all, we are going to this else statement because uh, we are giving some block of code here, and it is not being executed because of this condition is false.
hmm.
We
Okay,
can't get both if condition and else condition at a time. If
okay,
this
okay,
block of code is not executing, we are going for this block. Altogether,
okay,
we will not be able to get the code, right?
okay, okay. Got it. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay. Let me try with one other example.
Hello, Pavani
And
line. Hello.
and here let me take with the time. We do have an example in W3 schools also. I'm going with time. Time is equal to uh, 9.
9 hours.
9. 9. Okay.
I think 9.0.
Okay.
9.0.
And here I'm going to take the if condition. If is a keyword, and after that if keyword, we are going to give some condition in the braces, and I'm taking time is less than 15, or let me go with this. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Here I'm going to give a consolidated example for this, and here I'm assigning input time is equal to 9, and I'm giving a condition as time is less than 15. which means 9 is less than 15, and which is a true statement. Then what is the expected output? Can anyone please tell me?
Good afternoon will come.
Afternoon.
Condition will come.
Condition
Why
true.
is it good
Good
afternoon?
afternoon.
Because
Condition
the
is
condition is true.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah.
9 less than 15.
Okay.
that's why it
That's
will
the
print good afternoon.
Yeah, that is the thing that I want to explain. If the statement is true, then this if a condition if block code will be executed, and if the condition is false, then the else block code will be executed. Let me try with time is greater than 15, and let me execute the
Then it
program.
will execute else
Hey, good
statement,
morning.
right?
Yeah, did you get my point?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, basically
Yes.
we are using this if conditions for validating any conditions. In that we are giving a condition here, and we are writing a block of code here, and if we want to have any block of code that has to be executed, even the statement is false also, then we are going for the else condition. Okay, if and else are works in such way. And if block code will be executed if the statement is true, and else block code will be executed if the statement is false. Okay, clear in this point, or any more explanation do you need? Did anyone get the point?
Clear.
Basically, if is a condition, and for validating any conditions type, we are going for the if condition. Here in this kind of braces, we are giving the condition, and based on that condition, the remaining code will be executed. And immediately after giving the condition, we are writing a block of code, and this block of code will be executed if the condition is true. And if the condition is false, then we need to have an alternate way to execute the remaining program, right? Then we are going for the else statement, and in this else block of code we are writing some code that has to be executed even if the condition given in the if statement is false. So here I'm taking int time is equal to 9, and after signing the value, and I'm going for the if condition, and if in this if condition I'm taking time is greater than 15, and which is a false statement. And because of this false condition, it is not going for this if block of code, and it is going to the else block of code. And in this else block of code, we have given some statement that will be printed if the condition is false. That's it. And any more doubts, please let me know, or else what is going to continue with the other topic.
Does if condition work with all of the operators?
Yeah, we can use all the operators that we want. Not only less than, not only greater than, not only equal to, whatever the condition we want, we can use.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else? Is it clear to all of you? Can
Yes.
any one of you voluntarily write a piece of code and let me know, share the screen for me? Or shall we move for the further topic? Yeah, Nitisha, did you get the point?
Yes, madam.
No need to call me ma'am. Just call me Saujanya. That's enough. Yeah, Sujit, Rekha, Tejaswini.
Yeah, I got it.
Did every one of you get the clarity on this?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, Saujanya.
Yes.
Yeah, basically what I want to say is in if condition,
Sure, it's
if the
very clear.
statement is true,
We got
if block
it.
of code will be executed, and if this condition is false, then else block of code will be executed. That's it
Yes,
from my
ma'am.
end.
I've written one
And
code, ma'am. Hello. Like that only.
sorry,
I've written one
did you
code
write any
like
code?
that.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. Please share the screen and let me know what you have written.
I've written small program.
Yeah, please share the
Sure.
screen.
Is it visible?
Yeah, it's loading. Yeah, it's visible now.
This one.
A is equal to 10, A divided by 2 is equal to 0. Okay, still. Okay. Can you please explain me what is going to be the output? Yeah, of course. You're right.
Ma'am, yeah, output will be hello because it is divisible by 2. If I am taken
Okay.
in if condition, a mod by 2 is equal to 0, then it will print
Okay.
hello, else it will print by if it not divisible. If I will put here 1, then sorry, it will not divisible by 2. It
Not
will print
run
by
same.
And this,
Ma-
what is this operator that you are using after a
Percentage if you say.
Module.
module.
Modulus.
Modulus.
okay,
Modulus.
what is the output of this operation operator? What
It's
is
Zero.
an
the
Which
Reminder
reminder
will be displayed.
we
okay?
give one
Reminder
equal
will be
to
displayed.
Yes, Sajana, I had a small doubt here. Here, so how come it's printing hello or bye? He given only the numbers, right?
Yeah, he
division.
had given a he used an operator a is divided
Operator.
by 2, and it is
Okay.
Yes.
checking the condition whether a is divided by 2 is now what is the output from a is divided by 2? That is 0,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. In CISO, what will
0
give that?
is double equal to 0. He's checking the condition from this output. 0 is equal to 0. Whether the condition is true or false. The condition is true, right? 0 is equal to 0, right?
Yes.
And so it is executing the block of code that is given in the if condition. And
Okay.
once
Got it.
we give
It is
1, can
yeah.
you please change it to 1? 0, change it to 1.
If it is
Okay.
true, it will print the statement which we
but
given in so right.
Sorry, I didn't. I'm not able to listen that.
So if it is
I'm sorry.
statement is true, so it will
Okay.
print. It will execute the. It will print the value which we given in the sysout, right? If it
Yeah,
is true.
in if block condition, if block only in if block.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
We do have two statements regarding system.out.println, right? In eighth line also we are having, and even line also we are having.
Yes.
And as the condition is true, it is going for the if condition block. And here particularly here the value is changed to 1, right? Now the
Yeah.
statement is false. Then it
False.
goes for the else.
11th
Can you
one.
please execute the program once? Can you please execute the program once? Run the program
Yes,
once?
ma'am. Yes. I
Yeah, sorry,
executed.
sorry. I didn't see. See, as the condition is false now, it is executing the else block code. It is by.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. And Swati, can you please go on with the other topic?
Can I
Yeah,
stop
hi guys.
here?
This is Swati. Yeah. Somebody.
Hi.
Yeah, go ahead with your doubt.
No, Sajana. Amit asked, can I have the screen sharing? That's it.
Oh,
Okay.
so sorry. So sorry. I didn't listen that. Sorry.
Yeah. No problem. No problem.
Yeah, just now Saujanya has given you the introduction regarding the if and if else, right? Now I'll go ahead with the else if, where we're going to use this and how come have you all understood, right? How once second I'll share the screen. Quickly I'll revise everything and then I'll start with my yeah. Is my screen is visible to you all?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, just now Saujanya has told you, right? We'll be going to use the conditions like less than or equal to, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to, or not equal to, or somebody has used some operators like modulus, right? You
Module.
can use all those things.
Yes.
If that condition fails, you'll be going to print the else condition. If not, the other what are the statements which you have been mentioned in your code. First, what is if is to specify a block of code to be executed if specified condition is true, or else it will, if the condition fails, it will goes to the else statement, right? Now, when we're going to use this else if, already you know the simple code like if else like this. If the condition fails, it will print the block of code of else condition, right? See here, it is Next, coming to else if statement. Before going to else if statement, I want to give some rules to follow else if. Normally, we'll write if and else statements as with the help of if keyword, right? And a block of statements and else block of statements, right? Normally, we'll write if and else statement with the help of if, right? If keyword, right?
Yes. Yes.
Then
Yes.
a block of
Yes.
statement. Yes, a block of statement. Then we'll be having a else, this one, this else, and a block of statement. Next. Means if we have a conditions more than a condition, like if we have one condition, we are going to checking. If we have a more than a condition, we'll be going to use an else if condition. Like it will be appear in between the if and the else. It will come in between the if and the else. See here. See here the simple syntax which here in W3 skill it is mentioned. Like if is the condition where we have a block of code. If the condition fails, then it will again check for the second condition which is mentioned in else if. Then if this condition true, then it will execute this block of code. Otherwise it will fail, then it will execute the else block of code. I'll show you the this flow chart. Let me show you the flow chart. See here, if else ladder. If the first condition is failed, then it goes to the second condition. Then again it goes to the third condition till we can use n number of else if conditions. But it should be in between the if and the else. It should be always in between the, this is the main, you should remember this, like it should be always in between the if and the else. See here. If the condition fails, then it will terminate to the next. Or if the first condition is true, it will check, it will print this block of statement, this block of statement 1, then it will terminate the code. No, if not, if the condition false, if the condition 1 is false, then it goes to the second condition. If the second condition is true, it will print the second statement, then it will terminate. Like this the else if ladder works. I'll show you a simple example. Show you in the W3 skill itself. See here. Just now Saujanya has taken only the condition of time for if and else. Did you all got it? Did my flow is very fast?
No. No. Okay.
Okay.
No, we are following you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, see here, if the same program which Saujanya has been told you, the same, the difference is you are observing here. See here, the else, if the time, if the one condition is not true, if the condition is true or might not be, you will be based on the condition, you will be printing the first block of code. If I have more conditions, then I'll use else if. Like if I want to check the time is less than 10, then the block of code. If the time is less than 20, then I'll print the second statement. If the both the conditions are failed, I'll go with this last statement else. Okay, got it?
Sorry, can you pardon Swati once? Can you
Yeah.
pardon?
Yeah. If see, I'll explain only this example. If the time is 22, and if the time 22 is less than 10, 22 is less than 10 or not?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
it is less
True.
than, right? Then what is the statement will be going to print? Then good morning will be the print, right?
Yes.
Will be your output. I'll show you the code by executing one of the by taking one example. Let me first explain this. Then if then it will come out of the loop. If my time is greater than, if I mention instead of this less than, if I mention greater than or 25, what will happen? It will go for the next
Go for
condition,
the
right?
else.
in else
Yes,
if
yes.
condition,
Okay.
then again it will check for that condition. Then if it also fails, then it will go for the else condition, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Then
Yes.
I'll, okay. I think everybody is aware of this marks, right? Like marks. See here,
Marks.
this in this program, right? In marks, you will be in your graduations everywhere. You will be
Yes, yes.
having like
Percentage of
if
marks.
you're getting the more than this much of percentage, you'll be in grade A, or this much of marks, this much of marks condition, then you'll be in grade B, right? Based on the marks cutoff, right?
Yes, yes.
Did you all go? Yes, at that time you can
Yes.
use else if. Like we have so many conditions, right? See here, if my
Yes.
marks is 65, if my marks is 65, if marks is less than 50, then I'll print a fail because the condition fails, right? If my marks is only 65, then the marks is less than is equals to 50, then the output statement will be fail. Then if the condition fails, then I'll go with the else if. I'll show you one example instead of that. Let me write one example with that. See here. Here I have taken 86 int as a marks. I've taken a marks as 86. If the marks is equals to double equal to I have used, means I'm checking whether the value is equal to the value which I have mentioned here. Then what happens if 86 is equals to 86, the value which is equal to marks, then the value which will be printed here as the value equal to marks, or else it will print the marks are not equal to with the condition, right? If I change this value, what happens?
Marks not equal with
Wait, what?
condition.
Go for
I
the else
mentioned
statement.
it goes with the, let me check.
Else
Else
statement.
statement.
Yes, marks are not with the condition. Means whatever the marks you have assigned or initialized in the above, it will check whether the condition, then it will go with that, right? Now, will come for our code. That is else if. If I want to take one more condition, else if, I want to mention marks. Let me take with the greater than. Marks is greater than 70. Not 70, 90. I'll take 90. Is the shortcut for the SYSO? Can anyone?
Yes. SYSOUT and control space.
Space.
SYSO control space.
Space. Yeah, practice that. Then what happens if the marks, else if my marks is greater than 90,
Grade A.
I'm topper.
Statement will true.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. What happens the first condition? Can anyone can
First
explain?
condition.
If what happens to the first condition fails, what happens?
Second
Go for
condition.
else if second condition.
Yes, it will go for the second condition. It will check the second condition.
Second condition.
See here, marks are not equal with the condition. Why? I have marks.
Else if is also not
Because of
satisfied.
Else
assigned
false.
value.
False.
Else will not print.
Because first
Else
two
will,
conditions are false.
Yes.
First two conditions are false.
yes, the first two, because I have assigned a marks which is that 86, right? 86 is not equal to 58. First condition fails. Then what happens to the second condition? 86 is not greater than 90. Then
Greater than
both the
90.
condition fails, then it
What is the third
will
condition?
print
It will
the
print
Else
uh,
statement.
else block of
else
statement.
block.
Statement.
Next, you can use n number of else if.
Else.
Else if.
Yes.
Mention again.
Yeah, so if it is only one condition, we use if else. If we had a number of conditions, we need to use else if, right?
Yes.
Yes.
My marks is sorry. And 40
Less than condition.
I am fail. Now what happens?
This is also false, na?
False, right?
First false.
But because 86 is greater than 40, right? But has given only less than.
Okay. Let me change the main value.
Okay.
We'll give a condition like 85 here. Then we'll change if the value, the marks is 40. 40 is less than 85, then
True. Then I am failed will be
It
the
goes
output.
to third
then
condition.
Third condition is true.
what
I am
happens to
failed.
the first? It is not equal. It will jump to the second statement, that is 40 is not greater than 90. Then again it will jump to the third condition. Then in third condition,
Third
40 is less than
The
85.
condition
It is to
Condition is
true.
true.
85.
Then I am failed.
It brings I'm
Let me
failed.
see. Execute once.
I am failed. No,
See, I am failed. Means it will always, the else if condition will always comes in between the if and else. Got it? And once if else succeeds, if else, this if else succeeds, it doesn't go back for previous for testing. Got it? Once if else is succeed, none of the remaining if else's or else's will not be tested. Got it? The point?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
ఈ పైన అంటే ఈ కండిషన్ ఏది ట్రూ అయినా కానీ లాస్ట్ ఎల్స్ కండిషన్ ఇస్ ప్రింట్ అవ్వదా అవుట్పుట్ లో?
అంటే ఇదేమో ఈ మూడు కండిషన్స్
ఇవి ఏ వన్ కండిషన్ ట్రూ అయినా సరే కింద లాస్ట్ ఎల్స్ కండిషన్ ఇచ్చారు కదా, అది ప్రింట్ అవ్వదా అవుట్పుట్ లో?
ఎల్స్ అంటే ఏంటి?
Conditions not work.
ఇప్పుడు మనం ఆప్షన్స్ అంట ఎలా అంటాము? ఎల్స్ అనేది ఎప్పుడు చెప్తాము జెన్స్? ఇఫ్ దిస్ యు గో విత్ దాట్ అంటాము కదా, ఆ విధంగా అన్నమాట. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ పైన ఏ కండిషన్స్ కానీ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవ్వకపోతే విల్ గో విత్ దట్ ఎల్స్ కండిషన్. అంటే మనకి ఎలా ఇది జస్ట్ ఫర్ లైక్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు నీకు పైన ఒక కండిషన్ ఇచ్చావు, యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ దాట్ అండ్ మనకు ఒక ఇండికేషన్ తెలియాలా హౌ వి కెన్ యూజ్ ఓన్లీ ఇఫ్ ఆల్సో, రైట్? నో నీడ్ ఆఫ్ మెన్షనింగ్ రైట్ ఎల్స్, రైట్? Why you are using like my condition has been failed? How can you know where it has been happened? అంటే మీకు ఎక్కడ తెలియాలి కదా. ఇప్పుడు ఇది we are writing only few lines of code, right?
Yes.
Right? Where it has been failed, we doesn't know. It will show, definitely it will show in our console definitely. But if you mention these type of else, then we can know that this statement is mentioned here, right, in this line. Then if we need to mention the condition, the marks related I have mentioned here. అంటే నాకు అర్థమవుతుంది అనమాట, నేను ఈ మార్క్స్ దగ్గర ఈ కండిషన్ ఫెయిల్ అయింది కాబట్టి నాకు ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్ ప్రింట్ అయింది అని నీకు తెలుస్తుంది అనమాట. అర్థమైందా? స్టేట్మెంట్ అంటే నీకు ఈ మూడు కండిషన్స్ ఫెయిల్ అవుతూనే ఎల్స్ కి వస్తావు, అదర్వైజ్ యూ వోంట్. అదే చెప్పాను కదా, ఇక్కడ నేను అదే మెన్షన్ చేశాను. ఇఫ్ ఎల్స్ if condition succeeds, none of the else ifs or else will be tested. అంటే మళ్ళీ మనమే దానికి రాము, అది ప్రింట్ అవ్వదు.
ఓకే. Okay, I understood.
And else if will always be used in between the if and else.
Okay.
And few more points I want to repeat again, that
Okay.
every if statement has zero or more than else statements, right?
Okay.
Every if statement has zero or more than else statements. Is it right or not?
Okay.
Every if statement. There is no need, right? We no need to write the else statements. Or if you write also more than once, you can write else statements also, right?
Oh,
But the else statement will come at the last. Else statement will
okay.
always be comes at the last. And
Okay.
and if can have only zero to many if else, and if can have zero to many if else ifs, and they must be before the else. And you can have n number of else ifs, it should be always before the else.
Before the else. Okay. Okay, thank you, sir.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, actually, there are 10 number of else if statement, ma'am. The third up
Okay.
to first and second and third, the condition gets executed, which means passes true. The remaining else if statements are what can I do after fourth statements, ma'am?
Let me show you even that also. Like you're saying, if this condition fails, this condition passes, and the remaining next condition also will be there, right?
Okay. Yeah.
One second, I'll show you.
Yes, Swati, can you show can you show this also, like if once false, true, false, true, false, true in that situation?
Okay.
Okay, false true. Like you want to see that if I'm saying the same thing, like if the condition, if once it is passed here, you'll be coming out of that loop actually. It won't check for the next condition.
Okay, if
Okay.
it's false, it come out of the loop and it check other
Remaining
conditions.
Yeah,
condition.
that's if it is an 85 also, or if it is an 56 also, let me show you the uh, I am
It will show output in the
once I'll execute
true
and
condition.
see here what happened. Even my
It
marks
is
is less than 56, the condition is true. But
yes.
once whatever I'm saying is I have stressed the point. Once FLs is tested or succeed, you cannot go back to the previous one, or you cannot execute the else or other statements which we have here. It will come out of the loop actually.
Okay.
Once the condition is checked,
Yeah,
it will
now it
come
did
out
not
of this
it did
loop.
not print the 16th line, right? I am in 17
Yeah,
line.
16th line it won't print because it is just we are yeah. Once if the condition, else if condition is uh, like succeed or true,
Okay.
then
Okay.
it will print that statement, it will come out of that loop.
Okay. All right.
Got it?
Please, can you execute that
Okay.
this program?
Yeah, I've executed.
Okay.
Yeah, I've executed.
I
See
already
this.
executed, right?
I am fail.
Okay, so I got
See
it.
this statement
True.
is true.
If it is true, it will come out of the loop. If it is not true, it will come out of the loop and it will check for other statement, right? If it is false.
Yeah, if it is false,
Hmm.
it is definitely like if I mention 39 here, I just see here. If it is 39, definitely it will come out of this. Like it will go for next condition.
Yeah, next
Next,
condition. If
next.
it is
Yes,
true, it
I
will
am
stop
in
there itself, right?
17th
I am in
The output
17th
will be
line.
I am in
line.
17th line.
Yes.
Great, great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, if it is true, it
Once
will
if
stop there itself.
yeah. If we can use n number of else if conditions.
Okay.
else if.
Correct? It will come out
got
of the loop actually. If you practice, you'll get it definitely.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Any
thank
more
you, Swati.
doubts? This is about the else if. You can use different conditions by giving different conditions, or you just go ahead practicing with all this if, else if else. Any more doubts here? See here.
Please
Second.
explain the tomorrow agenda also.
Else if, else if, else if, else if. See here. These many conditions it will check by using the and operators or of or operators. You can go ahead with that, and you just write some sample code based on this if, else if, and if else.
Okay.
Tomorrow Chris sir definitely will going to ask you what you have implemented. You all got the right. If any doubts you have, anything, you can reach us.
Okay.
All of you, please implement.
Stop.
Implement these if else and nested if conditions, and please be prepared for the next session, guys.
It's while loop and for loop.